Woo, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. Let's go, Brandon. All right, so here's the deal, guys. When I go and do my camps, I'm one of those guys that I never ever bring an axe. I don't bring an axe because a lot of times when we do our camps, you have to park and then walk somewhere, and I don't like to carry a bunch of stuff. Or if I have a bunch of stuff in the car, I don't want to add a bunch of stuff like a big old axe. So what I always do is I just bring a blade. What do I have on me anyway? I don't even know. Oh, I know what it is now. So today I have this guy right here. It's an auto open by you know, I absolutely brain farted. I know what it is. Oh, Masters of Defense. Very, very hard to come by. Very expensive. But if you can get your hands on an auto open Masters of Defense original knife, because they don't make them anymore, grab one of these. They are worth having. And I know a lot of people, if they get them, all they do is they put them away because you don't want to use one. I use them because I don't really care. All right, so, but that's what I bring a knife always. If I'm doing any kind of camp, I know that I'm going to need a small knife, something for fiddling and diddling, and I need a big knife for all my big knife needs. So I already know that I'm going to have something in my pocket and something on my belt, right? So I don't need something giant hanging out of my pack or strapped to me somewhere else. So what I do is this. This thing is lightweight. Now this is my Bacho. I have a couple folding saws. This is B-A-C-H-O Bacho. And as you can see, you can really not read so much anymore. I use this thing, I'm talking a lot. And if you look up here, you'll see all this weird coloration. That's because this is my main, and I mean main. I use it for every fire I make in the house, everywhere. This is my main spark striker inside the house, throwing spark. But as you can see, I use a lot of spark to make fires. It's the only way I make my fires. And this right here, because of this thin blade, you can see it, beep, 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 beep. It's amazing for striking spark. I mean, amazing. And I can slow roll it. So what I'll do is I'll start here and then I'll just drag. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll just drag it really slow and hard, and it just provides a whole bunch of spark. And when you go slow, all into one spot. So it's always lighting my fires. This thing is an amazing, and I mean amazing, ferro rod striker. It's got that nice big fat grip, which is thin but big fat grip. So you get a full hold on it every time, and it just works. And then, you know what I mean, you're cutting down trees. So with just this, I don't need to bring like a hatchet or anything like that, or a full axe. If I need to cut down something bigger than what this can cut down, then I'm not camping, I'm homesteading, and I'm not out there to homestead, right? So that's the thing, is everybody thinks, oh, well, how are you going to use a knife to cut through a whole tree? Because morons, if you're out camping, you're not cutting down a whole tree. If you're doing that, I mean, that's like killing buffalo for hide. It's just stupid, and it's stupid. So all you need is something this size. Well, what is that size, D-Bad? I don't freaking know. I don't remember. All right, so we are looking at a 7-inch blade, and you have really good distance in the grip, as it is a 15.5-inch overall piece with a lanyard. I don't think I've ever used the lanyard. Never. I just realized that. It's still on there. That's from brand new. Never used it. But it is a plunger lock system, so you just push down right there. It's not going to open by pulling on it. You push the little button and release, and that's it. This thing has been absolutely phenomenal for me. I have never had to have it resharpened or redone or fixed anything. It's just been great. And sitting around talking about it is one thing. Going out and using it's another. We did get snow this morning, so there's probably a little dusting out there. It is Super Bowl Sunday, so I'm going to get this done and then go watch some foosball with my friends. So hold on, let's go cut something. Ooh, I hear the geese. I hear the geese flying back. We get this house is over a is directly under, I should say, a path, like so every year we get thousands, and I mean thousands right here. You probably can't see them, but right up there through those trees, and then right back there is another big formation, and oh, there's a third formation right there. Hold on, let's be quiet. You can hear that? It's just looking over my head. This looks like World War II with the bombers going over. That's 1942 right there. Look at, you got a gaggle right there, and right there is 3 separate formations. There's another formation coming over my head right there. This is literally, if these were bomber planes, that's what they saw in World War II in the UK. Just, they'd look up and there's all these planes coming, except luckily these guys don't drop bombs on us. All right, so let's get to cutting. Man, we get so many geese coming overhead. You could hear them from a mile away when they're all coming through. All right, so let's start with some sycamore because it's nice and hard, and we will just get to cutting. This thing is wobbly. I gotta try to hold it. I should probably just hold it closer to the cut. Smart. Look how I'm a genius. Use this thing all the time. I don't know how to cut with it. So the cuts are just smooth and beautiful and awesome every single time. It just makes a really good cut. If I wanted to cut angles, no problem. So depending if you're going against the grain, with the grain, it doesn't matter. Right here, as you can see, there's a big knot, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut right freaking through it, just going almost laid down against the grain, and it's just perfect. So now what I'll do is notch it. Got a piece in my way, but it's okay because it's got that nice thin tip, so I can squeeze it in between the 2 pieces. And look at this. So I'm able to, I went too far. I wanted to just cut off the, you can see where I stopped. I wanted to just cut that off to show you that you can notch with it. And that's good for if you're putting things together. You have 2 pieces and you need to fit them perfectly. You can get a really, really precision cut with this. Let's see. A precision cut, so if you needed to notch, we're gonna go straight across right here. Watch this. So let's say you are making a shelter, something that like a hard wall shelter, and you need to fit it to get as much air from passing through the walls as possible. You want it to have flat spots to fit pieces on. So right there, you see that notch. Pretty sure you see it. If I took another piece and cut the same notch and then laid it across this way, that would make it virtually airtight, whatever I'm putting together. Just awesome. So that's that. Let's go find something. Whew, it's colder out here than I thought. And you can see the veteran cemetery back there with that white patch of snow just dusting right in front of the stones. It's beautiful. All right, so let's go find something big, and we'll see what we can do. Let's see. Well, not find. I know where it all is. It's laying right here. All right, so let's just take a piece off of here. I think I got you all in there. Look at this. It's just effortless. It's actually a really, really easy saw to use. And I picked a really big fat piece, so I'm not going to be able to get all the way through it. Let's get rid of some of this bark here. And continue. Well, you can see. Now, one thing is you see all the sawdust. That right there, that makes for great fluff. So this is all wet, and I wish I had some good dry stuff because we could just get it to light. But everything out here right now is wet from this morning. But you can see, you take that sawdust and you put it in, or you put it all in a pile, and you're going to have a pretty easy time getting a fire going or at least, you know, catching some spark. You mix that with some dry grasses or whatever. Uh-oh. And I dropped you guys. All right, so let's put you back up there. Let's put you back up there. The video was actually stopped at one point because this is the second time I dropped you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pick some of this up. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's see. We will see. I swear I brought the ferro rod with me. I did. Let's see. This is going to be a good test in this wet crap. So now you can see that striking, it's making spark every time. And I'm not losing my stuff. A lot of times you'll see people use their ferro rod and they come down and all their stuff kicks up and it goes all over the place and they have to re-put it together and refix it. If you do it right, you don't have to do that. Nice and slow. It's trying to light. You could see it. It just sparked up like crazy. I got the wind blowing here. It's trying to blow everything away from me. Hey, look at that. Even in the wet stuff. I don't know if you can see, but that's actually lit. Let's put it out. But yeah, so even this wet, cold, snowy ground, using the spine of my Bacho, it makes it really easy to strike up a fire. This thing is so nice. I can slip my back pocket, my front pocket. It doesn't matter. I could put it in any pocket pouch in my bag. I could stuff this thing in my sock if I want. It's just a really nice, ergonomic, perfectly balanced saw. And it's got this sweet, like, almost like a hard rubber, grippy coating, which is good for all weather. I'm telling you guys, if you want to up your survival gear game, get yourself a pocket saw. You can get any one you want, really, but I recommend the Bacho. Like I said, I have a few. I've used a bunch. Nothing is as good as this one. This is just I'm just dropping everything today. Nothing has been as good as my Bacho. I freaking love it. I love the plunger lock. I like the whole design. I like the weight. I like the feel. I like the size. Everything's good. And I love the fact that even in my fireplace at home, because I don't use matches or lighters to light my fires in my fireplace, I only use this. That's literally all I use. So that's it for that. I'm gonna go back inside where it's a little bit warmer. I am Donnie B all day. Till next knife or video.